I can't do this weekly right now, effectively. Like, I won't be able to do this weekly for the next few weeks. You just tune low rarity echoes if you want to daily, or just ignore it altogether. Listen, like, do you understand what I'm saying? The whole game will be about getting better echoes, because that's the only variable that will be able to improve your character once you max out your skills. Because getting good echo is so unlikely, you will have to farm them just like in Genshin. But once you have a one that has a potential, you don't just feed it echoes, because echoes don't give EXP, unlike in Genshin. So in Genshin, the process of getting a new good artifact and the EXP material for the artifact is the same process, because artifacts equal EXP in Genshin. But in this game, echoes do not give EXP. So when you farm an echo, you are farming an echo. You need to drop a better echo than you have. Then you gotta go farm EXP for echo, and then you gotta go farm tuning materials for echo. And then you can get echo to see if it's better than your current one. And if it is not, you start from the beginning, because the substats cannot be rerolled. And every time you upgrade your echo, you lose 25% of the EXP, which is more than Genshin. In Genshin, it's 20%. On top of that, you lose tuning materials, which in Genshin are automatic when you level up the artifact. In this game, you need a specific material to even unlock the substat. Like, this is Genshin artifacts in freaking overdrive. Okay? So imagine if in Genshin you could farm artifacts with no stamina, but you cannot level them without stamina. That's the way this game is. You get it? You get what I'm saying? There is a silver lining. It's the fact that you can specifically choose which echo you want to farm. So which specific artifact you want to farm, right? In Genshin, when you go to a Noblesse Oblige dungeon, you have 1 in 5 chance that you will get the one piece you want. In this game, you choose specifically, by fighting the specific enemy, what echo you want to get. So which specific artifact you want to have on your character, or like you want to farm. The drop rate is random. The rarity at some point is no longer random. It will always be 5-star, I'm pretty sure, right? Based on what the databank says. No, even at max level, it's gonna be 80-20. So there is, Jesus, there is a chance it will not drop. There is a chance it will not be a 5-star. And then there is a chance the main stats will be garbage. And then there is a chance that the substats will be garbage. I'm telling you, this is Genshin artifacts on overdrive. And everything you do costs you stamina. Like, other than getting echo, costs you stamina. So from the things that I just listed that are random, again, it dropping does not cost stamina. It being a 5-star does not cost the stamina. The main stats being good does not cost the stamina. It costs you your real time. And the best part is, it costs everybody the same amount of time, regardless if you pay for the game or not. Free to play are being treated exactly the same way as the whales. Whales do not benefit at all from whaling when it comes to farming the echoes for some reason. In Genshin, the benefit is there when you run the artifact, when you can run the artifact dungeon more times effectively, right? In this game, getting the echo, the first 3 steps. So you get the echo instead of not getting it because the chance it didn't drop. You get a 5-star because it's 80-20 for everybody. And the main stats randomness is the exact same for free to play and pay to win. You're 3 out of 4 steps there. The last step is leveling it. And leveling it and tuning it. Leveling it leveling it is not random, but it will be different for free-to-play and whales, because whales will have more materials, obviously. But tuning, yet again, is... The chances are the same for everyone, but whales will have more materials to tune them, so they can tune them while spending less stamina, right? But overall, this is Genshin artifacts on freaking steroids, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's freaking crazy, bro. Because, think about it this way. In Genshin, how many artifacts can you get in a day? As much as your stamina allows. In this game, how many echoes can you get in a day? So like, how many people play on one server? Like 4 million? That's how many times you can get echoes in a day. Times number of mobs on the map. Because everybody's server is separate. So you can go to your friend, and your friend's friend, and your friend, and random people on the map, and farm echoes from their mobs. The whole day. There is not enough hours in a day for either free-to-play or a whale to be able to pick up every single possible echo that you actually physically are able to farm in a day. Because the number of echoes you can get in a day is number of mobs on the map times number of active players. Like, it's a number so freaking big that nobody will be like, I'm not saying you have to, because obviously like you don't have to be as efficient, right? But the problem, what I'm trying to compare it to, is that in Genshin, you open game, you do dailies, you burn stamina, you close the game. In this game, you do not close the game. You're farming echoes, and you will farm echoes. There will be no lives that will farm echoes their whole freaking upcoming few months, is what I'm trying to say. It is not the case in Genshin, even if you're a whale. There is only a limited amount of times you can refresh your stamina in Genshin. And when you run out of stamina, you cannot spend stamina on artifacts because you don't have stamina. It doesn't matter how much money you put into the game, you cannot pass the hard limit of how many artifacts you can get in one day in Genshin. This game does not have that limit. And that is scary, okay? Effectively, it means that you can play the game as much as you want, but the problem is, you can play the game as much as it makes you play it at the same time. Because we all know FOMO and all that stuff. Some people will be like, oh my god, just one more artifact, one more echo, maybe this one will be better. I'll go join another person, 2 more hours, maybe this one will be better. Like, the randomness of this is terrifying, and I'm not gonna lie, if the devs introduced paid substat reroll mechanic, I would not be mad. Like, I would not be mad, because I feel like I would rather see people put in $100 to reroll a substat than for them to spend whole days farming the echoes. Okay, like, do you guys agree? Which do you think is better, Mr. Char? Random echoes for everybody? Or paid substat reroll? In the first place, I feel like substats should be rerollable regardless, okay? In my opinion, they should all be rerollable regardless. Main stats, okay, whatever. You don't need stamina on that, but substats? Come on, dude. Like, Snowbreak wins in terms of artifacts. Surprisingly. Snowbreak had artifacts better than Genshin, and now it's like first place is even higher because of how low Wuthering Waves scores in terms of the artifact mechanic. You would choose reroll, exactly. Like, even if you're not a whale, even if you don't pay, the fact that it's a mechanic, it's like, it's more humane, in my opinion, okay? Like, I know it may be like a big word to use in terms of like, wow, game mechanic that makes people play the game, but I have in the back of my head the people who will sit now and play this game every single day for the next few months, re-rolling echoes every single day for the whole day. Like, when, like, it's just a trash game design. Like, this is worse than Genshin. Like, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna quit the game, okay? Like, because at the end of the day, being fully optimized on artifacts doesn't mean that you suddenly can win something. You can win something by being decently built, and the rest of that you can make up for with skill, right? Yeah. I think that's about all I gotta say. Mr. Chair, I can't finish this weekly in this case. Like, how am I gonna tune a freaking Echo 50 times?